Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Manjit Singh from Manjit Singh CPA PC in Falls Church, Lumen Plaza. I have Kusum Ramachandran with me, our tax manager, and she says she's got some surprising questions for me today.
Good morning, viewers. Yes, Mr. Singh, the question that a lot of people now want, especially considering the recession and the loss of jobs, people want to start their own businesses, and the question is, what can they deduct and how do they go about it actually?
How do they go about it? First of all, they need to come up with a plan. What business do they want to get involved in? Just about I would say April 17th, when we just opened back of the office after the tax season, I had a gentleman who came in and he said he was asking me questions that what is involved in starting a courier service. He was working as a courier, he was getting a 1099, and I was amazed at what ideas just ran through my mind to tell him. One thing I told him is, who needs courier these days? With the facilities available to PDF your files and send it electronically free of charge, do people still need couriers? And his response was, yes, for example, title companies and mortgage companies, they still need the courier. And but the thing that I came to my mind to tell him is to pick up the yellow pages and go through the names of companies or mortgage companies and title companies in his neighborhood. Go up, knock on their doors, ask them, hey, do you need a courier service for your work? And that will give him a raw data whether the service is still needed or not. The next question is, how much money is needed to start a new business? For a courier service, you have a car, but you got to make sure that the car is in a very good condition. You don't want to be on a delivery and the car breaks down, which means your reliability becomes a factor. Then if you are going to go and borrow money, you better have a nice business plan as to, after your initial market survey that you have done, what you expect in revenues, what your expenses are going to be. You can go and talk to small banks like PNC or BB&T Small Business. You can try to get a $25,000 micro business loan, which is not required too much paperwork. So you have a little funding also. Thereafter, you need to worry about how you're going to maintain your books. The best thing, I had another client come and ask me, she's a small business, and what does the small business need to do or keep the books? Accounting is nothing but accumulation of your expenses in different categories. For example, your rent, your gas, your utilities. If you can keep track of that through a totally separate bank account, don't commingle your funds with the business income funds with your personal income, and as long as you keep those on track, you'll be in good shape. So here's a question for you. What would you suggest in terms of how to structure the business entity to do the business?
You mean to say the way you would incorporate your business itself, whether you would be a limited liability company or
yes.
Have Inc., a corporation, in which case you might make an election to be treated as an S corporation where there is no double taxation? Yes. Was that your question?
You want to tell them what choices do they have?
The choices, and for some reason it seems to be most popular especially from a liability perspective, is to form a limited liability company with your state secretary of state or state corporation commission, as the case may be, and then make an election to be treated as an S corporation. For tax purposes, there are eligibility requirements, and you do need to do your research about whether you are indeed eligible to make the election. And then, of course, that's what you would want to use a tax professional for.
The third aspect of this question then, and the final aspect, is what costs are deductible. In the past, the organizational cost, for example, the cost of doing the market survey, the cost of going around, running around, looking for the business to buy, they were all supposed to be amortized over a 5-year period, 60 months to be exact, not 5 years. And the other aspect was the new tax law allows you to take a write-off immediately of $5,000 on the current year tax return. 2 years ago, you used to have to do an election, but in the last year, 2008, they did away with the election because more than 50% of the businesses that were claiming that $5,000 organizational costs were not making the elections.
Right.
And I think we're going to be running out of time on this segment, and we can follow up in the future on other aspects of starting a new business. This is Manjit.
And I'm Kusum. Thanks for watching.
And we shall see you soon.